Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, I guess. We're playing Genetically Modified Overkill again, and we are going to pick two random characters to combine into one. Let's see what we get. We've gotten the Loud and the Bull. Uh-oh. This could be tough. So, the Loud makes there be way more enemies on the field, plus the additional enemies from the GMO penalty. And the Bull just explodes, so we can't use weapons. So, I'm very interested to see how this will go. We start with a little bit of extra damage from being the Loud, and of course our economy will be very good just because there's going to be so many enemies around. But if we don't get the defensive stats we need, this could be extremely difficult. Notice that I couldn't break the tree on my own. I needed some help there. I'm going to recycle this Gummy Berserker. I'm excited to try this build out, though. It seems fun. I'm going to take the... We also can't build Harvesting because the Loud is going to lose Harvesting every wave. I'll show you what those classes do a little more in the shop. Here I'm going to take melee damage, though, to increase our explosion damage from the Bull, just because you get a huge amount of flat damage every time you... or a huge amount of damage from flat damage, because it scales at 300%. So basically the Bull gives us a bunch of HP, regeneration, and armor, and any regeneration we get is more powerful. But we can't use weapons at all. Every time we take a hit, we explode for damage based on our melee, ranged, and elemental damage. So we can only clear enemies by killing, or by taking damage. The Loud gives us 30% damage and 50% more enemies. So we have, plus the GMO modifier, 65% more enemies on the field. That's going to be a lot of enemies, so we'll see how this goes. Defective Steroids is basically the best item for the Bull. And obviously we don't have to roll for weapons because we can't equip weapons. So I'm going to take this, and even though we do want to increase our consumable heal a lot, Alien Worm is still pretty good for the Bull. So losing consumable heal is bad, but 3 health regeneration and 3 HP for only 19 is really very valuable, so I think it's worth taking that. Baby Gecko's interesting because you can combine that with Cute Monkey to give you a lot of healing. So I am actually maybe going to take it. No, I don't think it's worth taking it at this point. This is something that if we had the Cute Monkey, I might take the Baby Gecko, but I don't think it's worth taking right now. The Fertilizer will basically mitigate our harvesting problem for a couple rounds. Is that worth spending a melee damage and 19 on? So this is going to give us basically 8 materials per turn because we're going to slowly drain that harvesting away. So it's going to at first give us a little, and then it will start to reduce it. So 8 materials per wave. I think that's worth it. We're basically spending 1 melee damage to gain 19 times 8 materials minus 19, so I guess 17 times 8 materials. I think that's a worthy trade-off at this point. Grab the Gentle Alien as well, and I will actually take the Charcoal just to increase our damage, because even though we do lose harvesting, and I just talked about doing kind of the opposite thing, Elemental and melee damage all scale together, so that's basically 3 flat damage. That'll increase our damage a lot. I do really want to gain more consumable healing to make up for the downsides of what we lost. Again, notice I had to stand there and let the enemy come to me so I could break the tree. This is a fun character combo. I think this is harder than it looks by quite a bit. I'm going to reroll this. We would want melee damage if we're taking a level 1 damage because it's twice as valuable. Or I could just take any HP regeneration or armor or something like that we find. Regeneration is great. The 3 regeneration ones are really nice because they give you 5 regeneration, so we've already got 30. I will take flat damage here as well, and then we're going to buy the Gentle Alien, continuing to increase the number of enemies on the field, and I'll take some luck. We do lose some percent damage, but that will help generate more consumable healing, more consumables, and also better levels as we continue to level up. We should be able to gain a lot of levels, so if I find something like, just because of how many enemies there are, so if I find something like Scar, that could be quite valuable. It'll multiply my very high XP income significantly. Go down here. I let that guy charge past me so it would go next to the tree, and then I could use it to break the tree. Oh, I was hoping to get that crowd of enemies there, but didn't manage to. I do want move speed, but I want to get my HP up to a decent value, somewhere in the, like, around 100 pretty quickly. And here I'm going to take percent damage to make sure we're just one-shotting everything as much as we can. Broken Mouth does cost us 1.5 regeneration, and on the bull you have to be very careful not to reduce your regeneration too much, but I think it's still worth taking here. Take the charcoal as well, roll again, and move speed for minus luck. I think I will take this. We do need move speed, and just because it's something that we can buy and then get a reroll in, I'll buy the baby gecko here. Armor and dodge are great. Dodge is surprisingly very good on the bull, even though you think you need to take damage, just because you're going to have high max HP, so it's one of the most efficient ways to increase your effective HP. Percent damage, yes. Melee damage, yes. A little more move speed would be good. Just let me catch these enemies better. Step up there, blow everything up. You want to basically get these crowds to stack on top of each other, and then you can kill them all at once. Take that hit to make sure to break the tree, which means that you'll take less damage per... you take fewer damage instances in order to kill the same number of enemies, which is really important later on. I'm going to take move speed again. We need to be able to catch these enemies, and then I want to buy out this whole shop, so I will. Oh, I'm 4 short. I thought I would be able to afford that, but I couldn't. Buy the bag here, and charcoal. So basically the -2 harvesting, right? This costs you 2 every round. This is going to cost us an additional... We're basically buying 3 damage at the cost of 35 plus an additional 16 for the next plus an additional 30 for the next 15 waves. So it's basically costing us 65 to buy 3 damage. I think that's still worth it. More regeneration would be really important to us. The best item you can find on this character, well, the best item you can find on this character is blood donation, because if you can take damage without having to get hit by enemies, then that lets you wave clear without having to manage your HP or take a bunch of damage. You can see we're already starting to run out of HP pretty quickly. The other best item we could find would be Fairy, because that would solve all of our regeneration problems. I'm going to recycle this. Obviously the piercing damage doesn't do anything for us, and I'll take 4 flat damage here over the percent damage. I think that will be better. I'm going to take 2 armor. Armor is really important because it increases the value of each point of healing you have in addition to each point of health you have, and we're going to be healing a lot. Now I can buy everything. Very happy to buy this weird food as well. Now we've got decent consumable healing. I'm going to reroll that, buy some more move speed. And Baby Gecko, I really shouldn't have bought this because we're never killing enemies that aren't next to us. So I think I'm going to pass on it here. I'm also going to pass on Acid. It's just a very expensive way to buy max HP, and we want dodge anyways. I'm not convinced I can do this one. Excuse me. It's going to be quite difficult, I think. You can see our damage is already starting to add up. Just letting those groups of enemies stack together and then hitting them. And as we reach the end of the wave, I can start hitting these large groups of enemies more. And we'll take this damage. Additional luck will be very valuable as well, so very happy to see a level 3 luck. And then here, do I want HP or armor? I'm going to take armor. We want both, but armor increases the value of our healing as well, so it's really nice to get that. We do lose a little healing again, but Broken Mouth is still just too efficient to pass up on. We'll take Weird Food as well. Roll again. Lost Duck costs us an elemental damage, which is a damage that we need, of course. I can't afford... This would increase our damage massively, but I don't know if I can afford to cap my damage at my health at 60. The handcuffs. I think I will reduce my damage by 1 to grab the Lost Duck. Do I want to cap my health at 60 in exchange for an enormous boost in damage? This is 3 times 24, so that would increase our base damage by almost double, basically, because then you add in the percentage damage and everything. Pretty much, yeah, it would basically double our damage. I think what I'm going to do is lock the handcuffs and float them for a few rounds, because they're so good, and we will prioritize taking max HP. Does that make sense? We'd probably have to, because I want to get at least to like 100 HP. I'd have to get it pretty quickly. And it would cost us a shop slot, but this is so much damage. I think it doesn't make sense to grab the handcuffs here, but I'm very curious, just because our health is going to be so important with so many enemies on the field. I'm curious what other people think about that one. I'm going to pass on the Alien Eyes. This is a good way to do damage, but I think we need just to grab other stuff first. I'll take the Mushroom, though. This is great. Boost our regeneration. Minus 5% damage for a little bit of luck. Yeah, we'll take Metal Detector. I think that will pay for itself. And then here is the cute monkey. So this is another way to heal, which is nice. Lumberjack shirt we don't really need because we're already doing enough damage to one-shot everything. So I would lose one damage, which would be 3, or thanks to our percentage damage, 4.5-ish. But I also do get the cute monkey healing. I think that's worth it. We need more ways to heal. Our regeneration isn't very good. Do I want the medical turret as well? I think I will take the medical turret, because you spend a lot of time like engaging and disengaging from combat on this character. So making sure we have ways to heal up while we're not taking damage is really important. So up here, make sure we're hitting multiple of the big slashers at once, because it takes multiple explosions to kill them. So if we don't stack the damage on multiple of them, then we take a lot of damage trying to take them out. Go up here, hit that. Go follow this loot alien around and burst that one down. Go up here and hit the tree. We also want to kill those big groups of ranged aliens because they're more likely to drop consumables and thus more likely to drop crates. So it's very important to chase those guys down. Good income, obviously. I'll take the landmines because 8 materials isn't that valuable and it might help. Okay, so if I'd locked the handcuffs, we would have been able to get to 70 HP already, plus we wouldn't have gotten this charcoal. We would have gotten to 76 HP. So yeah, I think it would have been worth locking the handcuffs as it happened with these rolls. Obviously very happy to see Fairy. That's going to be 60 regen, an incredible amount of regeneration, and the Schmoop, even though we lose quite a lot of damage, the HP and regen is still worth it, I think, and we can make up that damage by buying the charcoal. Then we'll leave the medical turret locked, I think. So now we've got enough healing that we can regenerate everything pretty quickly. Oh, we dodged that guy. So that's the downside of having dodge, but the upside of having dodge is that you can run into big groups of enemies to stack them up, hit them all with a single attack. And also that it's just a very efficient way to increase your effective HP. And it plays well with our very high healing. You can see, even with 60 regeneration, we're not, and the cute monkey and stuff, we're still not entirely keeping up with the incoming damage. So you really need a lot of healing and a lot of different methods of healing on this character, especially if you don't find blood donation, because then you have to take damage every time you want to kill an enemy. Crit chance is actually good on this character, so the bull explosion can crit. It crits for 1.5 times, and once it's doing like damage in the hundreds or in the multiple hundreds, every point of crit chance becomes worth, on average, several points of damage, right? So it's worth picking that up. We'll take the level 3 armor, just continue to buy that. Garden gives us more consumables, and alternate ways to heal are still good on this character, so we'll do that. Range, incidentally, doesn't matter on the bull at all. It doesn't affect you in any way. I'll take the blindfold. Crit chance and dodge is perfect. Weird food and adrenaline, yes please. Adrenaline is going to be yet another way to heal, so that'll be nice. And you can see, like, yeah, we're dodging some attacks, but we're still getting the explosions going, so the dodges are just letting more enemies stack up on top of us before we explode. There's some cases where it's going to cost you a kill, but most of the time it actually just increases the efficiency of your explosions. Oh yeah, I also want to thank everyone for the well wishes from last video. I'm doing already quite a lot better. Or I guess the last Brotato video, or my Baldur's Gate video, where I mentioned that I had contracted COVID recently. Already doing a lot better. So is my partner. Like, we're both doing great. I do still have a little bit of a persistent cough, so if I pause or if I sound a little different, that's why. But otherwise, just already recovering very well. We've been very lucky. I'm gonna take this medical turret here and roll past the crit chance. I'll take 6% dodge. We can start buying dodge. We can also just take more flat damage. And then here, I think percent damage is actually going to be better than the 3 flat damage, so I'm just going to grab that. HP, yes please. Adrenaline, weird food, yes. Move speed is important, but I'm not going to take the compass, I think. The crit chance we can rebuild later, and it gives us a free reroll. Do I want to lose 2 damage for dodge and some harvesting? Since we're not building harvesting, I think no. I'll take the bait, though. Do I want sunglasses? So our explosion damage is 155, so 10% crit chance is basically giving us 15 damage on average. No, sorry, because that it doesn't double it every time, so it's giving us 7.5 damage on average. So it's not incredible, and it does cost us an armor, but I do think I want to start building crit chance because it will multiply well with everything else we're doing. I'll take the lure, percent damage and speed, yes please, and I'm gonna save my money. That we can't afford anything. We've already rerolled a bunch. This character gets a lot easier when you roll a fairy, I have to say, as our healing is ridiculous. Gotta chase down that loot alien and blow it up. Go over here, chase down this loot alien, blow it up. And here's another loot alien. We're blowing it up. Get that tree. As you can see, we did not need the lumberjack shirt, so that's why I didn't take it, because the trees all die in one hit. We now have enough health that I can just wade into these big groups of enemies. Or rather, enough armor and dodge that I can wade into these big groups of enemies relatively safely. Especially because our consumable heal is quite high now. So we're maintaining our HP even though I'm just taking constant influxes of damage, which is where you want to be with most melee characters, but with the bull especially. Ugly Tooth. I don't actually know if this will work with the bull, but I'm just going to recycle it anyways. I don't think we need to slow down enemies. I'll take the bait, though. Yes, regeneration, please, and more max HP. Alright, so this does cost us dodge, but is a huge amount of damage because we benefit from 3 of these 4 damage types, so I will take the alloy, take the head injury, and yeah, I'm going to keep increasing my crit chance now. Dynamite, yes, obviously that's going to be really good. Spicy sauce, another way to do damage and increases our health. Cyberball, we don't have a lot of luck or percent damage to make use of it, but I think it's still worth taking. Non-explosion sources of damage on the bull are pretty useful, so maybe we should take it. On the other hand, I think we're doing so well that I don't need to. I am going to take the fin, though. You normally wouldn't, I think, in this spot, because the lifesteal is useless, of course, but going really fast is just going to be fun. And it worked out, because now we can buy Power Generator for a lot of damage, actually. Gentle Alien, sure. Let's see, how many enemies do we have? Plus 75% enemies. Incredible. Not going to buy the Campfire. I guess it's only 2% damage we would lose, so Campfire is both flat damage and regeneration for us, so I think I will buy it, actually. Oops. Just blew up my landmine for no reason there. You can see we did lose quite a lot of health off of the bait aliens, but we have 100 regen or whatever, so we healed it all back up immediately. The danger here is that the rib cages get so fast that they chase you down. And the real danger for this character comes in wave 15 when the buffing aliens start showing up, or 15 or 16. Yeah, 16 when the buffing aliens start showing up, because then the individual damage instances become really high from the buffed aliens. So currently we're going to have... I don't think we'll have a problem keeping up, but once the individual damage instances from enemies become really powerful, our health may not keep up. And of course I have bought every way to increase the number of enemies on the field available, so we are certainly going to see a lot of enemies on this wave, on like wave 14, where there's going to be infinite summons. Let's take some more flat damage, that'll be good. I'm just going to buy everything in this shop, which is awesome. Yes, please, more weird food. Dynamite is great. It's going to increase our damage by a lot. 367 goes up to 390, which is awesome. I'm going to re-roll this mess. And Vigilante Ring will still definitely have time to pay for itself. In fact, I think I want all of these again. Dodge is still good for us. Lowering enemy movement speed, even at the cost of some of our speed and some of our damage, is good. It'll make it easier for me to dodge enemies and also catch up to enemies that are running away. This Horde wave could be dangerous. I'm lucky that it's wave 12, because the damage that they are doing individually is not very high yet. If we have Horde waves later on, we'll start to really suffer, I think. You can see we are having trouble keeping our HP pool up, even with 100-ish regen. So I'm trying to just basically engage, disengage, engage, disengage. In fact, if you watch my recent Baldur's Gate video, the guide to the monk, very similar playstyle on this character to how a monk should play. And a similar level of overpowered damage, but at the cost of being in danger sometimes. 3 flat damage. Yeah, I guess we'll just increase our damage some more. Take the Vigilante Ring and the Clover. Just buying everything here. More trees, yes please. Costing me a damage for 10 luck. I think I'm going to pass on it at this point, just because I'd have to lock it. So you can see here, because these helmet guys do a lot of damage individually, even with our very high armor, when I run through and take damage from them, we take actually quite a lot. Then I have to back off and reset. The trick is I want to be making sure I'm killing these enemies in large groups before they despawn, because then we're just giving up value if I'm letting enemies despawn too often. I guess I should have locked the luck, because the consumable healing that we're getting from enemies is a really important component of our healing. So luck would have been better. Yeah, luck would definitely outpace 1 damage in terms of importance to the build. Especially because each consumable we drop is worth 11 healing. So much. 2 flat damage for minus 6% damage. I think that is worth it here. It's only a small increase to our damage, but it's not bad. I'll take the Pocket Factory, I think, actually, and Dangerous Bunny, sure. We can definitely do better than all these level 1 upgrades. I'll take the crit chance. Yep, Spicy Sauce, move speed. Not going to take the candle. The fun thing about this is how many enemies there are on the field. Community support, normally a very good item, but not worth it for us, of course. I'll take the bag. I'm going to keep buying medical turrets. That can really help keep us alive. Another Vigilante Ring, sure. Weird Ghost is an efficient way to buy HP, and we do heal it up very quickly, but I'm not going to lock it here. Let's go to wave 14, which is a Horde wave. This could be quite dangerous, just because the Horde combined with the number of summons on the field could be a problem. So I'm going to try to stay here and kill the summons before they get away every time I break one of the summoners. This time I didn't do that, so there's now a lot of summons running around. I have to be careful. And we pretty much can't avoid taking damage, but what I can do is run through and hit all these enemies in a row. And since we have decent luck and very good consumable heal, that should help keep us alive just by the amount of healing we're getting. Also, the cute monkey healing from picking up materials is being extremely valuable for us right now. The game audio does not know what to do with this many enemies on the field and this many things dying at once. So I apologize if the sound is kind of messed up. Take the recycling machine, yes. Alien Eyes, sure, we'll take that when it just shows up like this. And here I'll take more armor. Again, just trying to maximize the efficiency of my regeneration. Alloy, again, still pretty good for us here. We do want to build dodge still, but this is so much damage that we can't afford to pass that up. Do I want the Weird Ghost? I think I will buy it. Obviously, we'll have to play a little careful off the beginning here. More luck, yes, definitely. And then I'll reroll one more time. Sad Tomato, I think I will buy as well, just because more regeneration is good. Weird Food, yes. Armor, yes. Do I want Luck and Harvesting off the Bowler Hat? I think we don't need that. So we need to wait a little bit to heal up, but between our medical turrets, our massive regen, and our consumable healing and stuff from the garden, I think the Weird Ghost was very safe to buy there. Now there are a lot of summons on the field, so I need to be a little careful about that, because we're putting ourselves under a lot of pressure just with how many enemies are around. And the amount of damage they do is still very high. Even though we have 21 armor, it's still a lot. We also can't prevent these summons from spawning because when one of the summoners despawns, thanks to there being too many enemies on the field, it still summons the summons, which is something I only learned fairly recently. So just there's so many enemies that the summoners are dying on their own, making summons. So even if we wanted to, we can't play in a way that doesn't allow summons to show up. Oh, I thought I would get that tree there. Sure, yep, more Weird Food. Luck for crit chance, yes. That will vastly increase our chance of dropping consumables, which is great. 4 melee damage, just for more damage. I don't think we need that, actually. I'll take more dodge. I just want survivability at this point. Take this, take this, take this. Roll again. More armor, yes. More health and damage. Yes, please. I'll lock the Alien Eyes. That will help us against elites as well. Can give us a way to kill those. So now I have to chase down the buffers, because if too many buffed aliens can stack up, then they can overcome my regeneration pretty easily. You can see we took a lot of damage there. And even though this looks like we're never in any danger, I think we're playing a little more on a knife's edge than it looks like. Because if I just like take a bunch of damage in a row, you can see we lose a lot of health. And if we get unlucky on consumable drops, we could be in trouble. Given how much luck we have, so there, like, my health decreased a lot, we had to disengage. Given how much luck we have, the stat luck, we're not in a ton of danger of not getting consumables from these large groups of enemies, but it's definitely something to keep in mind, that we're pretty reliant still on consumable healing to keep us alive, which is chance-based. As we add more dodge and more luck, of course, that gets better. More percent damage. I think I'm going to reroll this, again looking for defensive stats. Now with 25% dodge, we're in slightly better shape. I'm going to buy the Alien Eyes, and I'm going to reroll everything else. Peaceful Bee for 4% dodge isn't a bad plan, but I don't want to lose that much damage. Yes, more medical turrets. Actually, we have some attack speed. We could increase the attack speed of my medical turrets with the improved tools and my gardens. It would be like 4% though, I just don't think it's worth it. Max HP and regeneration on the octopus though, that's very good. Or do I take damage because we're going into an elite wave? I think I want the damage, try to one-shot the elite, and then we'll take the octopus afterwards. And again, just damage here is what I want. I'm trying to do enough damage that we kill this elite really quickly. Then I can kind of disengage a little bit, heal up, hit the elite again, disengage, blow these up to see if we can get some consumables. Hit the elite again. This elite's pretty tough for the bull because it runs away from you. Now it's slow, so we were able to get it. And this broken build, at this point we've I think really passed the danger zone, but this character could have, I think, been quite difficult if we hadn't managed to snowball this much. And all of the non-regen sources of healing that we found have been very useful. If we didn't have like all these medical turrets and gardens and everything, and if we hadn't found 200 weird foods, then we could definitely be in a lot more trouble. Yeah, I'll take 20 melee damage and 5 regeneration. That's awesome. Still gonna recycle the alien baby, even though we need the HP, because enemy speed is dangerous. I'm gonna take the mouse here just for fun. Increasing number of enemies is really funny to me. We'll recycle that. I'll take dodge over speed. Speed is also damage, but increasing our dodge is going to be good. Baby elephant will do a lot of non-explosion sources of damage, so I'm just going to buy everything here. Don't need any of this. Let's reroll. Warrior helmet, yes. Mushroom, yes. Actually, again, we'll buy everything. Lock this hedgehog for a little more flat damage. Love the insane healing rate that we've gotten. So now I have enough dodge that we are sometimes not killing enemies as they run through me, but that's okay, because we're just going to kill them the next time we hit an enemy. On this version of the build, like with the loud and with how much money we've gotten, maybe dodge wasn't as important an investment. But normally I think one of the best insights you can have for winning with the bull is that dodge is actually really good on the bull. Even though it's a little counterintuitive. Because the real struggle with that character is making sure that you are not dying. So you want to increase your effective HP as much as possible. Another octopus? Yeah, sure. We're going to recycle this for 438, apparently. Crit chance and dodge. Yep. Our consumable heal is 12. I think we can afford the alien worm. Recycle this. Recycle this. Buy some more flat damage. That's great. Crown, definitely not on the loud. Buy some more flat damage and reroll explosion damage. Yes. Elemental damage. Sure, I'll buy both of those. Crit chance, 15%. I don't think so. Energy bracelet is 4% crit chance and neutral damage. I don't think we want that either. Let's just reroll. I'll take the sunglasses though. And metal plate and campfire. Metal plate and beanie. Scared sausage does work for this character, but it's not usually worth investing in. I probably shouldn't have spent that much on rerolls, but that's okay. I'll take the Lost Duck here and lock these two for the next wave. Let all these enemies stack up on top of each other, and then we can blow them all up. Really wish I'd found an explosion size item, because that's when the bull gets really fun. It took us so long to fail a dodge there. See how many enemies got stacked up. Go break this tree. So at this point, I'm more or less just sitting, moving to large groups of enemies and sitting AFK. Our chances of dropping a consumable from a tree are something like 50% at this point, because our luck is so high. Or a crate, rather, not a consumable. It's 100% to drop a consumable. Left 300 on the ground, so I would have benefited from having the rip and tear. Yes, that's lots of damage. I would have benefited from having the baby geckos more. I'll take cake, metal, and I'm gonna pass on those two. Triangle, yes, or not triangle. Dynamite, yes. Triangle, definitely not. Never take that on the bull, obviously, because you have to take damage. Picking up consumables is not important, or materials is not important. Let's take the regen. Roll again. Unfortunately, the glass cannon we can't afford, so I'll just buy the boiling water. Roll again. Extra stomach would have been awesome if we'd gotten it earlier. We could have had a lot of HP from that. And then, of course, plastic explosive we roll insultingly right at the end of the game. Game really dicking me there. Stand inside the boss and try to crit it to death. As my HP starts getting low, I back off. Break that tree and then stand inside the boss again. That's very satisfying to do, actually. And there we go. Alright, well that was the Loud and the Bull. Obviously it ended without some drama, but the early game, I think, of this character was pretty interesting, actually, trying to manage the number of enemies combined with the bull. And there you go. As always, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, do please, of course, feel free to leave a comment, like the video. Let me take a quick look at these items. 2,500 from the Rip and Tear. How much healing did we get from the cute monkey? I bet it was a ton. 20,000 damage from the baby elephant. Yeah, 475 healing from the cute monkey. So that one worked out really well. Should have taken the other one in the beginning. And yeah, I will catch you next time, my friends. Cheers and GG.